Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the patch 9.2.5 is finally here, with its grass faction feature adding a much needed quality of life improvement for all endgame content. And later this summer, we'll be seeing the content update of Season 4, with a new set of dungeons for Mythic Plus and experimental raid features, to hold us off until the next expansion of Dragonflight. This patch also brought with it a small list of class adjustments, and recently I've been getting messages from you guys asking me if any of your favorite classes saw better PvP performance with this brand new update. So in today's video, I want to go over all of the different playstyles that saw the most significant PvP improvements and adjustments with the release of the patch 9.2.5. But right before we get into these updates, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to catch regular patch 9.2.5 updates and changes, as well as potentially more future Dragonflight announcements. And the first class spec on this list is going to be the Arcane Mage. The spec of Arcane found itself generally less popular compared to Frost and Fire heading into the patch 9.2. However, these recent updates are looking to improve on their overall damage performance. Both the damage of Arcane Missiles and Arcane Blast saw a little bit of a tune-up, while the buff to these spells will generally amplify the sustained damage of Arcane Mages. Paired together with the Venthyr Covenant, the constant chain of Arcane Missiles can turn into a bursty barrage of overwhelming damage. And Arcane Blast can also be quite bursty, especially with Presence of Mind, turning Arcane Blast instant cast inside of your Arcane Power window. But the biggest improvement to performance for Arcane is going to be clear casting finally becoming undispellable. Arcane Mages regularly use clear casting to set up a lot of their burst goes, and one of the classes can simply remove your best damage buff. It really takes away a lot of the consistency out of the playstyle. Generally, Arcane Mages have potential for some of the biggest damage within PvP, but the issues with consistency hasn't helped it capture much of popularity. And hopefully these updates will help make for a more stable PvP experience when playing Arcane Mage in the patch 9.2.5. Then we have the class of Death Knight, which saw an improvements to its defense and group utility, specifically when it comes to group defense against magic damage. The baseline defensive value of Anti-Magic Zone has been buffed greatly for PvP content. Blizzard also removed the Dome of Ancient Shadow PvP talent while baking its defensive benefit baseline into Anti-Magic Zone. This update makes the class of Death Knight an extra strong class against magic defense, whether you're up against mages and their combustion damage, or trying to suppress the sepsis poison from assassination rogues, maybe to reduce the holy damage cleave over Retribution Paladin, or defensively counter the barrage of a Destruction Warlock and their devouring Chaos Bolts. This update makes Anti-Magic Zone an invaluable defensive when dealing with a lot of that magic damage for both you and your party. Countering magic classes has definitely been a strength of Death Knights, with a lot of the tools to disrupt or reduce the value of their spells, from ranged interrupts to displacing grips, to the Strangulate Silence, the Anti-Magic Shell, Spell Warding Passive Defensive, and recently a lot of the casters saw the Resolve Trinket get reduced in value, no longer giving casters an immunity to interrupts. Together with the AMZ buff, the Trinket update, and the base Death Knight kit makes him a much more threatening presence to many casters in the patch 9.2.5. While we see mostly nerfs for elemental and enhancement when it comes to the burst damage, we're seeing buffs for restoration when it comes to the overall PvP healing. The Healing Stream Totem is getting buffed for arenas and battlegrounds, not the most impactful heal when dealing with burst damage, but it is a huge portion of their overall output, and it does contribute to their general performance. Then we saw an unnerf for the Earthen Wall Totem to no longer be reduced in value by 30%. This is a substantial increase that makes this totem way better for damage mitigation. If used correctly, both of these totem buffs can become even more valuable, especially if the Shaman can plant them while locked down in crowd control. You also get more value out of these recent buffs with your tier set bonus. Your 4-piece tier set causes all of your water totems to proc a chain heal for free, and if chain heal crits, it causes some of your totems to shave off a portion of their cooldowns. Overall, this creates a nice tier set synergy with the recent buffs to their totems. A lot of the healers in 9.2.5 are struggling to keep up with the healing of Holy Priests within PvP. This recent Resto buff improves on their group survivability and will hopefully give them a better fighting chance to be competitive in this recent update. The next class that saw partial improvements will be the Warlock. But right before the buffs, we gotta mention the nerfs, with Destruction and Affliction losing some of their tankiness with the removal of Demon Armor. However, in return, the baseline stamina has gotten buffed to 20% within PvP. Previously, the stamina buff was given directly through the Demon Armor PvP talent, so for Affliction and Destruction, this is nothing new. For Demonology, however, this is a new stamina buff that they've never had before, which will likely improve their overall survivability. On top of it, Demonology is being made more effective against healers, with Blizzard buffing the Mortal Strike effect of your Felguard's Legion Strike. Legion Strike debuff will now be 10% more effective against all incoming healing, which will help Demonology Warlock build up a little bit more healer pressure within arenas and battlegrounds. Besides the nerf to Affliction survivability, they did gain a brand new PvP talent of Shadowfall, which will grant you a stronger version of the Nightfall talent. And recently, Shadowfall found some seriously good synergy with the Necrolord Covenant, offering a new way of bursting using your Shadowbolt ability. Paired together with the Malefic Wrath legendary, the Shadowbolt can be supercharged. And together with the Shadowbolt Conduit, the instant cast Shadowbolt with all the damage buffs can hit as hard as a Chaos Bolt. It's also possible in rare situations to chain 3 of these Shadowbolts instant cast back to back at an unsuspecting target. This playstyle also makes the Affliction Warlock tier set even more valuable within PvP, giving you more opportunities for sustained damage, burst damage, and better dot management. And finally, we have a spec of Disgrace seeing PvP improvements. First of all, the absorb value of Powered Shield has got buffed by 10%, and the ability was made more consistent, so it no longer has a diminished value upon critical strikes, which will result in the ability for Disgrace to have an easier time dealing with burst and sustained damage within PvP. We're also seeing the value of the Blaze of Light PvP talent doubled, buffing the damage of Smite and Penance to 30%. This buffs both the damage output of Disgrace within PvP, but also the Atonement healing mechanic that allows you to heal your allies based on the damage done. This change also makes your tier set even more valuable, since your tier set can prog the Dark Side buff, which buffs the overall healing and damage of your Penance ability. With a lot of Disgrace transitioning into playing the Penitent 1 Legendary, which can proc even more Penance hits through Radiance, this PvP talent and tier set gain even more synergy, creating a very bursty damage and healing situation. It's very difficult to tell if Disgrace will be able to dethrone Holy anytime soon, but this does improve the overall ability for Disgrace to be able to deal with damage through either absorbs, healing, or atonement healing via damage themselves. And that's going to be a full list of all the class specs that saw significant PvP improvements heading into the patch 9.2.5. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you looking to explore any of these playstyles? And what other class updates are you hoping Blizzard makes in the future? Is there some sort of a playstyle that's currently struggling in PvP that you're hoping sees future updates and improvements? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video, or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.